This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Press the like symbol if you enjoyed any part of this video. Thank you. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Well, as you see by the title of this, I've said I've learned from the best. And I honestly have to say that. Whether it be nurses or endocrinologists, over the years, there's been a lot of issues I've had with diabetes. Now, I was taught, but stupid old Mike didn't really grasp onto it for a while. When I first got diagnosed, I met an endocrinologist that I really did not like. He shouldn't have been for kids. He should have been a pediatrician, endocrinologist, and I don't think he was. But after I got out of the hospital, it was always, I would go see my regular doctor. And I never, back then, really understood that there was such a thing as an endocrinologist. The first endocrinologist that I can remember seeing was back around 1984. Yeah, and that was Dr. John Hunt. And Dr. Hunt was excellent. He knew how to relate to his patients. Whether you were young or old, he just really knew. He saw me through the summer after I graduated high school and before going to college. He saw me in the hospital. He got me into diabetic education, and I really kind of said, I don't need to go. I know everything. Like, I've had it for years now. I know what to do. And there, I met a nurse, and I believe her last name was Tyson. Her son worked at the Scouts I was involved in, headquarters, so that was an aside, but she knew what she was doing. She had a grasp. I put her at the same level of my diabetic nurse now. Excellent. Then I met another endocrinologist, and that was Dr. Tildesley. And Dr. Tildesley knew what he was doing. I just did not jive. I thought, oh, this is a waste of time. Again, they had me go through diabetic education. He was the one that came up with questioning your doctors, your nurses, every time you see them with a question. And that is where my fun time of stumping my doctors dumping my diabetic nurse came from. Looking back at it now, I wish I would put into practice. But there was an awful lot going on, and I met Dr. Thompson, and Dr. Thompson, I really learned a lot. I was a thorn in his side for years. And he just stuck with it. My blood sugars kept going low all summer. And I was out in the UBC hospital by then. But from there, I went on a break. Yeah, a break. I didn't have an endocrinologist. I was going back to my GP. I'll say this to you. My GP was excellent. But he didn't really know that much of diabetes. So, what do we do now? I went into emergency with a foot that looked infected. It looked hot. I was put in, and they decided because of my diabetes, I'd be put in the hospital. I was given, I think they call them a hospitalist. And he said to me, "Oh, do you have a diabetes doctor?" And I said, "No." And that's where I met Dr. Wallace. Dr. Wallace and I had a patient-doctor relationship for, if not 20 years, close to 20 years. There's Dr. out at Royal Columbian, there's Dr. Lee, Dr. Clinkey, Dr. Bartz, my current one, Dr. Shu, Dr. Clayton. They're all right on the money. I've learned so much. And Sandra, my diabetic nurse, it wasn't until my mid to late 20s that I kind of clued in and started taking care of myself. Or tried to. Up to then, I was getting all this information, but I really wasn't trying to live it. And then, when I finally decided that I was going to live it, things weren't working. All this time, I was actually a labile diabetic. I think what's happened was I can get control. And with not getting control, it's easy to add on to other problems. A lot of it was me not listening. I knew what to do. But I wasn't interested. I was going through my 20s. Ah. Now I live with complications. Not really sure if it's this or I would have got them anyway. But all my endocrinologists, all my diabetic nurses have been excellent. It was my diabetic self who really wasn't I wasn't on the ball about my diabetes care. So you need to take hold of your diabetes, learn and apply. That's the big thing. You need to apply what you've learned to your daily life. I didn't do well at that for many years. I try now. Doesn't mean I'm an expert at it by any means, but I will do our best. And with that, have a great day. I'll talk later. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Thank you. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.